Okay, so setup-wise, pretty similar to you. There's not really a massive change from sort of one position to the other, okay? Obviously, I think in terms of the grip position, it's the same, but what we're going to focus on now in terms of your back. So this is your back swing here now. Pretty good to about here, okay?
Yeah.
Got to about there, bit lifted with the arms. Now at this point, the arms are starting to cup a little bit, and now the club goes out there, and your club bounces on your shoulder, okay? Now, you made some swings here now, kind of feeling the back swing. That's where you want the club to be there. You can see your left wrist now is staying a little bit flatter here, okay? Yeah. The club face now is square. Does the club go a little bit further in the backswing? Yeah, it does a little bit, okay? Yeah. But what you'll see now in the left wrist being better, as you come back down, because the left wrist is in a flatter position, there is your swing angle into golf ball. Okay. You look at this one here now when your left wrist cups and how much steeper.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So you see that one there.
Yeah.
So which one's going to hit the ground? The steeper one or the shallow one? The steeper one's going to go boing and hit the ground very, very steep, and the old like pop up your left nostril kind of thing.
Yeah.
This one here now from this position, what we're going to see is the club head and the hand is going to work down that yellow line. So the club head's working down that from there. You just disappear because the hand's working down there. Club works back round. It feels as though you're swinging out to the right, okay? The club now at this point is kind of in line with your right forearm nicely.
Yeah.
Swing out to the right. Club path from what feels the inside out to the right. Good turn through the golf ball. Good imbalanced swing. Ball just flies absolutely dead straight. And if you just watch, I mean, okay, you compare your swing to Mr. Man in Japan on Instagram.
Yeah.
Does that look that fast? It looks fast. It doesn't look, and again, we could put that on a video, slow it down about 0.75, 0.8 to make it look a little bit slower, and you would think, oh, it's looking smoother. It's slower. Yeah. That's what we've seen. But the ball then would go up on the screen and go, hang on, you scroll the ball and go, hang on, how far has it actually gone? And you could roll it and go, whoa, he's hit that 220 whatever yards, or 230 down the hill there. 242 was your best one. Yeah. But the swing might look a little bit slower. So these ways you can make swings look a little bit. So from your point of view, if you can get that club working down that line there, which you did, and again, we haven't said to you change your swing angle or swing plane. No. Just by controlling that left wrist, you've done it. Yeah. Because if your left wrist is this way, where's the club point? It's pointing the ball behind you. If your left wrist goes like that, the club now is steeper. Yeah. If I take the golf club from this position, if my left wrist stays flat there, there's the club. If I cup it, clubs down. If it's this way, you've got to then come steep, which creates the sort of the pop-up shots, the ones at your left nostril, the big old slices, and or the old low smothers that just go left when you, as you said, I didn't roll my hands over. And if we, again, I always try and make it so it makes sense. If you're swinging a golf club, if the club face starts off at address, square to target. Yeah. Keep it there. Yeah. Golf says you can start with the club face square, it goes back and we just hit it, okay? Now, obviously, it looks like it's open as the club turns it. That's not open, okay? That's just turning with the rotation of the body, okay? The club doesn't start this way. So if your club is coming back this way and requires you to turn the hands over... Exactly. You've created a movement in the backswing that's wrong. Yeah. So if I said to you, I'm going to give someone a high five, you go back there and you wouldn't go and try and corkscrew your hand at them, would you? So your wrist goes this way, so you hinge back and then, okay, give the golf ball a high five, not a turning over. No. And this happens in a lot of sports. Like you think a pitcher in baseball, their wrist has got there and they're throwing that way, okay? Yeah. American football, his wrist is doing that. A basketball jumper, he's doing that with his wrist. Yeah. No one does this corkscrewing with the wrist. So if you're trying to twist or turn your hands over, you're never really going to get in a position where you can any kind of draw. And a general speaking, if you can draw the ball will go further with less to do, yeah? If your club face is in a steep, open position, you have to do so much with your hands. Yeah, you'll do it on occasions, but it's just going to be so few and far. Oh, Paul, it's going to be. Exactly, because your hands have to do more. The more your hands have to do this, it's going to be
like I said, bloody exhausting.
Yeah,
so that's why
from there
I thought I want smooth. So I don't care how far he is. I don't care what he does. I want smooth.
If you think if you're there now, all you got to do from there now is just go turn the torso. Yeah. Your hands just kind of fling around the corner. You don't need to think about doing anything. Ball is dead set on the screen and just absolutely flies like a bullet. Yeah. With a rather surprised, like, oh my God, where's that going to be reaction? Exactly, yeah. So get control of that left wrist. Get that left wrist better. If the club is going too far and we're bouncing, left wrist stays flatter. Most people with this situation will feel it in their left wrist. Right. Some do feel it in their right wrist, being a bit more kind of, they'll tray on top of their palm there. But yeah, left wrist is where most people tend to feel. It doesn't matter which way you feel it. There you go. So your left wrist is... So this would be bowed, yeah? Like a bow and arrow. This is cupped. You can put a cup of sauce on it, yeah? Cupped, bowed, cupped, bowed. If your left wrist gets cupped, the club can go further and it just opens up, yeah? So if you cup it, the face gets open. You've then got to do something to square the club face up. Okay, mate?
Yes.